Well, hello everyone, it's Pete here and welcome to part 2 of the review of my channel in 2020. So we're now in the end of May and the sort of harsh lockdown rules have finished. I'm back at work. You're allowed to go out. I can't remember if you're allowed to meet more than one person, but you're allowed to go out to do things other than exercise. So I'm out with the RC cars. So that was the Mighty Kong head obviously, and now it's my DTO2 with the Camtech Beetle body on it, and this is one that I'd sort of been planning to do for quite a while actually, because I did like my Tamiya Blitzer Beetle, but it's a very fragile car in terms of the chassis and the hard plastic body, whereas this one with a few mods is a pretty tough and quick RC car. And I don't think I've broken anything on this yet, but I did have to change the bearings eventually, having driven it in the river once too often. So another Tamiya I've made more bashable with a few upgrades is the Tamiya Arrma shot here. This one's pretty tough out of the box to be fair, but I've got metal shock towers on it, metal hexes. It's 3,500 kV brushless with 2S LiPo, and I got 39 miles an hour out of it on a speed test. It's got Proline truck tyres on the back. This is a good one to get if you're thinking about a first RC kit. And in the review of 2020 part 1 video I was mentioning the lump in the ground in the forest that's been used on dozens of videos, and here it is yet again. Out on that occasion was Pete, Rick and Nick. Now Nick I only met this year because he contacted me via the channel, I think during lockdown anyway. He was saying he lived local to me and we should get together for an RC session, so here we are. Next was the SCX-10 crawler Jeep, which we were beating up with the lunchboxes, but Nick does get his revenge later in the year when he gets an X-Max. Pete Smith brought some more of his wondrous lunchbox creations, including this Dodge Charger hearse. Always something new and wacky when Pete comes down. Yes, I finally got around to finishing the Subaru Brat hard plastic body, which took flipping ages. Didn't do all the details you could possibly do on it, but it came out alright. I was fairly happy with it in the end. So the initial test run of this had been in the garden during lockdown, but now I was allowed out. I took it to the New Forest and tested it with the hard body and the Lexan body. And this is a really nice little runner just with the standard silver cam motor. It's not tremendously fast, and I think if you want to make this fast you need to upgrade the diff to the MIP ball diff, but I'm just going to leave it like this as a favourite little garden runner. This sort of runs really well. Right, another build series, and this time it's the GF01 heavy dump truck. Now despite the worldwide shortage of Tamiya kit during 2020, this one seems to be generally available, and I don't know if that means it's not popular, and if that's the case I don't know why, because it is a really good RC. I won't say too much about this because I did a review video where I think I said everything that needed saying about it. Yeah, it's really good, tough, quite simple to put together. You can upgrade it to brushless, really good fun, so recommended. So another group session, which is me, Rick, Nick, Pete and Roy. There's got a lot of lunchbox action going on as usual. And my lunchbox I got broken earlier in the day unfortunately, so I'm using my Arrma shot here as a camera car. I don't think anything else broke that day, which is pretty amazing given the number of crashes there were. Yeah, this is just a little mod you can do on your GF01 or your WR02 to use a lunchbox bumper instead of the standard bumper, which I seem to break within 5 minutes of running these. So it's time to give the dump truck good testing, so as you can see much fun was had. Another person I met up with this year was Barry from Barry's RC Dump, and he brought this rather cool Beetle, which is on a Tamiya TTO2 chassis, heavily modified. And there's a bit more lunchbox action because you can never have enough. So this is Barry, and he's got his Arrma Centon here, and he also had his Granite. And he really got me and Rick excited about Arrma because we were well impressed with these. So yeah, we both bought Granites not long after this. Now one of the main points of this video was to test out the slow-mo on my new GoPro Hero 8, and it's pretty impressive, isn't it? So this is Barry's Granite, and like I say, me and Rick both bought one soon after this. I did this video partly to wind up Nick with his Axial SCX-10 scale crawler Jeep, and it was just sort of to prove that my Yeti could go anywhere that his could, and faster, and do jumps and just be better. His little Jeep did look nice, to be fair, but for me, I need to be able to do wheel spins and jumps. There's also Rick's FTX Outlaw. Okay, see what's best. Is it doing jumps? Or is it falling down the hill? It's jumps, isn't it? This was another video testing out the GoPro Hero 8. This time I was testing the hyper smooth modes and looking at some problems I'd had with some of the shots I was doing. And now me and Rick have both got our Arrma granites now, and where else will we test them apart from that lump in the ground in the New Forest? Okay, so there was another meetup with me, Rick, Nick, Barry, Pete and Roy. Quite a few different brands that day. There was Team Associated, HPI, WL Toys, and of course quite a lot of Tamiyas. Here's the famous lump yet again. Oh yeah, I was reviewing the X-Power Air Duster, really useful bit of kit for blasting all the crud out of your RC cars. So out with Rick and the Arrma granites again. So I like the Arrma granite so much, I went and bought the Arrma Senton 3S and did an unboxing video and some maintenance tips for it. And the Impreza that I'd done during lockdown got a test drive, and where else would I take it but that famous lump in the forest. Senton had a test drive, and it did go to the lump in the forest, but not in this clip. We did a follow-up review of the Bugster after having it a year, so check that out if you're thinking about getting one. Next I tried my hand at drifting with the TTO2 chassis Datsun 240Z. There are a few more Arrma Senton top tips. I've said it before and I'll say it again, you can never have enough lunchbox on the beach action, so here's a bit more of it, and this time it's with Nick and his red lunchbox. So back with the Arrma Senton, I did a video with some more maintenance hints and tips. On this video I had Nick's Traxxas Boo Hiss X-Max and my Arrma Hooray Granite. Nick wanted to test the speed of his X-Max and it went 54 miles an hour, which is pretty impressive for a great huge lump of RC car. Yes, then I had some Willy related fun with the Wild Willy 2 unboxing and a brief history of all the Willy fun I've had over the years. And we're back with the dump truck for a speed test review and a few more modifications. So this is the Arrma Senton again, although it doesn't look like it because it's got the big rock body and the granite wheels. Reason being is that I was having problems with the mud getting flung underneath the body of the Senton and into the chassis. So with big rock body it doesn't happen so much. And I've done a few more mods to this since this video, so that'll be up soon. This is the Traxxas Boo Hiss X-Max bullying the lovely, pleasant, lovely Tamiya lunchboxes. It's really a terrible cad of an RC car. Obviously this is still the same famous lump in the ground. know by this point the evil X-Max had gone away, probably to burgle some old ladies or something. Anyway, it's time for the lunchboxes to come out to play safely. There's my Mini Cooper lunchbox, and then there's a few more of Pete Smith's amazing lunchbox creations. So that was it for 2020. It wasn't all bad, was it? I'd send out a big thank you to everyone who's watched, liked, subscribed and commented on the videos. I would say the hobby and the chit chat on here has really kept me going through 2020. It'd be great to meet some more fellow enthusiasts in person when it all settles down in 2021. Meanwhile, hopefully we'll all stay in touch via YouTube. Wishing you all the best for the new year, and I'll see you soon.